So I did want to talk about this because we did discuss it a little bit. Let me share my screen real quick. So let's check this out real quick. I already did a video on it, but I do want to go through it.
Mm.
Titles come from New York Post. Struggling Disney hints its woke politics present risk to our reputation and brands. Let's read this. The Walt Disney Company acknowledged that its left-leaning politics may have alienated a segment of the population, putting a dent in the House of Mouse's bottom line. A recent company filing with the SEC included a reference to risk relating to misalignment with public and consumer taste. Generally, and this is what they said in the filing, our revenues and profitability are adversely impacted when our entertainment offerings and products, as well as our methods to make our offerings and products available to consumers, do not achieve sufficient consumer acceptance. Now, no shit, right? That's a corporate speak. For sure is all that is. This goes on about, Bob Iger and some silly decisions that he may have made, as well as them taking an L. But I covered a little bit about this whole story. Really, again, that's corporate speak for they understand that when you do things that piss off an audience, they might not give you money. That's a really fundamental economics. But
news to me.
But yeah, right. But one thing I will say out of that is if that doesn't turn into action or different action as opposed to what they've been doing in the past, what fucking good is that? To know and recognize, hey, this isn't the best of ideas. What good is that knowledge if you're not going to make an adjustment to your future actions?
Not your problem.
Very true.
You're in the superhero business now. One of your competitors is self-sabotaging.
you kind of let them do their thing.
Laissez-faire, free trade, buddy.
Yeah, you kind of let them do their thing. You don't get in the way. You just kind of,
Do you know what you get when this sort of thing happens to a company?
So
you get Chuck Dixon, you get Mike Barron, you get the Soska sisters. That's what happens when things like this happen to industries.
It's a good point.
And then you'll build up because of it. The proof's already there. 3 books, over 7 million.
That's true.
You'll build up because of it, and you'll get what we just got here, which is Disney, trying as corp speak as possible to say, when we put out dog shit that people don't like, they don't buy anything. No shit.
You don't have to be an economist to understand that, right? You don't need to understand. It's just basic.
What's the saying? When does incompetence turn into sabotage? Because it almost feels like sabotage, but at the same time, when you've heard the people, because we've seen the leaks, we've seen the internal meetings.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a big one.
Oh yeah,
reimagining Disney or whatever.
Yeah, our not so secret gay agenda.
Oh yeah.
All this stuff, all these leaks which came out, it's all there. It's all out there. Watch it yourself, folks. You have people who want to push their own agenda while using corporate money to do so. There's no risk to them. The worst that can happen to them is they're fired, like Victoria Alonso, who is one of the biggest preponderance of what we're talking about right now. So she was a nice little scapegoat, but they had a built-in reason to get rid of her with her promoting another movie outside of the company. So that worked out for them in that regard. Oh yeah, then they had to pay her a big golden handshake out of court. Don't worry about that. But you have let the wolves in. You've brought them in. You fucking hired these people.
True.
So what do you think they're going to do when an ideologue comes in that doesn't believe in family, doesn't believe in capitalism, making money, brings with them all kinds of racial fucking racist baggage? None of this. There's no such thing as reverse racism. There is only racism.
Mm-hmm.
There is no balance of power between racism. Racism is between individual to another individual. That's how it operates, or an individual to a group of individuals. That's how it operates. So when you bring them into your company, what the hell are you expecting? When you bring divisive politics into something, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to divide. It's built in with being divisive, because politics, the word politics means divide, divisive, debate, separate, segregate. That's the whole thing. So it doesn't matter what the word in front of the politics aspect is, intersectional, racial, ideological, doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. It's that politic word which goes on the end, because that's always going to divide. But when you don't have an agenda, when you don't have a political agenda, that's when you're not dividing. When you are understanding who your core audience is, in Disney, family is the Disney's core audience. So when you become antithetical to the family values, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, it's obvious. It's again, you don't need to be the smartest man in the world to understand this. But yeah, to your point, let them. It's like, thanks. I mean, there'll be some talent that'll drop off, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities growing. Alpha Core #1's pre-order is live. Written by the legendary Chuck Dixon and penciled by Joe Bennett. Visit Rippaverse.com to grab a copy and any of the merchandise items. Be sure to also check out the animated trailer for the campaign, which is the latest project from Rippaverse Studios. Y'all be easy.